Okay, there's Alder Lane Drive out there. You pull down this little drive and there's an access road. Goes down over here. Let me go check it out, see what that's like. But initially, at first glance, here's the property over here. Basically, it's just a huge valley. I mean, it drops down severely through there, probably a couple hundred feet, quickly down to this valley here. Anyway, I'm gonna take a walk down here and see if I can get to the clearing. Okay, I'm down at the bottom of the hill before I start heading back up. And I know that the video isn't going to do it justice, but that's literally like, it drops off probably 40 feet and 20 feet right there. And then it's a big ravine, and it goes steep back up this other side. Okay, so this is down and around the bend, and then the road goes down here, but this road isn't on the property. You can see the property stakes here, and then there's one further down, and then one up over here, but it's all, the property is just all steep hillside. Goes down, and I can hear water running way down there. But then it goes up on the other side over there. I'll send you a topographic map so you can kind of see. Talked with the neighbor. He said, well, you have to run power all the way back here. The clearing is somewhere all the way around here and then up the hillside back over here somewhere. I'm gonna go take a peek at it. But he said then you have to run power all the way down here, and that is going to be very expensive. Then you have to run water also, and he has a pump that has to pump it up from the pump house out on Alder to his house. So you're gonna have to have water pumped all the way up there as well, and might look into having a well or something like that, see if the county will let you do that. But this is it's extreme hillside here. So I guess maybe you could talk to the neighbor about paying for an easement through here, or buying that little piece of land with this road. Otherwise, I don't know how you'd even access a good part of the property here. Okay, I found it, the clearing here. That way I can see the river, it looks like, and think of the mill that direction. Sun setting down over here, so that must be towards the west that way. Anyway, here's the flat area. It's probably quarter-mile hike in up the access road, most of which is not, or about half or so isn't on this property. So there's a whole easement situation you have to get figured out with the neighbor. Pretty much looks like that back corner is the edge of the property, and it extends that direction. And then where this bank is cut away is the other edge, headed that direction. So, you know, if anything were to be built up in here, it'd have to be away from the edge, and you might even try to consider taking down this whole area a little bit more. In terms of getting a container up here, I'd say very difficult, if at all possible. Well, first of all, there's no access legally without permission from the neighbor, and it's pretty steep hill here. So there's that, and like the neighbor was saying, you know, you're going to want to look into cost to run electric, about quarter mile, and what that runs, but I know it's really expensive. And then water as well. He said you have to have septic out here. I think the agent says that the septic was approved, but it's the neighbor was saying he thought there was some sort of issue with getting septic approval out here, is part of the reason why it's sold and then it's selling again. But like I said, most of the property is kind of down this steep hillside, really tough to access, a lot of it, and it's just that big ravine down there. This road goes down towards that big tree right there, and then it makes a bend and goes up past that house and then back up to that side, and that's where I parked. So this is the bulk of the lot out here, is basically that gully. And then this is the one little corner that they've carved into the hillside with a flat spot. So that's that. We'll talk. Thanks.